Greetings. This is Skyler Saunders seeing what's current. Almost flipped it up a little right there. Almost had a flub. But gotta get into the ads. Let's get to the ads first. We have, of course, my main man Pang and his LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com website. Go there, get fitness gear, get sea moss infused fruits, get healthy, get wealthy and wise. That's how you do it. He has blueberry flavor. He's got a mango flavor. He's eaten a whole jar of it in one sitting in one time. That's how good it is. I've had the blueberry. I've never tasted the mango, but I would suspect that it tastes just as good. So definitely check out LifeStrong Apparel. LIFESTRONG APPAREL.com. Also, go to BEEJACKSON5478 on YouTube. This is B Jackson. He has reviews on near beer. He's got sardines on the grill, and he's cooking fried chicken. So, and he just has a great mirthful spirit. He's very, humorous and very thoughtful. I have never met the guy in personally. I met Pang, of course. We went to school together, but I've never met B Jackson. But on the internet, he's a great guy. He sends me some money from time to time, on top of what he already paid for the sponsorship. So definitely check him out. Tell him that the Goofy Guy Skyler Song sent you. Also, Spirit Smooth Tunes, SPIRITSMOOTHTUNES.com. Check on, not on .com, YouTube.com. If you like Najee, Kim, Whitney Houston, Peebo Bryson, the Fatback Band, Earth, Wind and Fire, Rolls Royce, all these different sounds, and you're gonna love his catalog. He has a catalog on his YouTube channel that categorizes all this. Salute, Rouse just gives me his obligatory like, but yeah, he has all these different songs, different artists, and if you so choose, tell him that the Goofy Guy Skyler Saunders sent you to listen to his music. Also, there's Dot Focus, DOTFOCUS _1_ Dot Focus. He's on twitch.tv/.focus_. So you can watch him do his thing with first person shooters, and he's got a hell of an eye. I'm pretty sure he did serve, and I think it was the Air Force. If I'm mistaken, please correct me, sir. But yeah, so definitely check him out. And if you, of course, tell him that the Goofy Guy Skyler Saunders sent you. And if you would like to advertise or sponsor for the show, make sure you go to SKYLERSAUNDERS@gmail.com. That's how you get to see me through the interwebs, through the email system. We can chop it up and see what price we can possibly do, and see, we can go from there. Also, you can be like Height. Height is one of my major supporters. He's not even a sponsor. He just says, do your thing. He's got a wrench. He can put up as many, posts about his business as he wants, but he just says, keep doing your thing. But he had, multiple months with $100 bill, to my name. So I appreciate that. That's what it's called, the Skyler 100 Club. So anybody that contributes $100 or more to a broadcast will get a wrench, and will get as much publicity as you may be. You can be able to do what Hype doesn't do, which is promote your business. You'll be able to do that. So come on in. The water's great. So yeah, so all right, now let's get to it. Of course, one more thing. Of course, you have to read the hottest story on the web, Vessel Control Part 2. Read and share. I'll get to more of that in the second half of the show, but we'll talk about that. But now we gotta talk about what is it? Jose Grasa. Is that is that his name in Spanish? Jose Grasa. I think that's his. I think that it is. I'm making sure of it. Yeah, Jose Grasa. So Jose Grasa, aka Fat Joe, has received the key to the city from Mayor Eric Adams in New York City. So just prior to his concert in the Bronx, he was presented this key, and the crowd was probably going, "Woo!" But this is what I want to know. I want to know a few things. I want to know: is this like kind of like, okay, we got to give a hip hop artist something, but he's got to be doing for something. He's got to have philanthropy. He's got so he's got to be involved in politics and stuff like that, and he's got to be prominent and been around for a while, been around for almost 30, 40 years. So we have to give a key to the city that's not Diddy. Diddy does not get key to the city. He gets that rescinded because of the vicious video we saw with him and Cassie. So let's give it to Fat Joe. Let's say, hey, Fat Joe, you used the word nigger. We're all right with that. It's okay. It's okay. Well, Mr. Chorstar Train called him a spick to his face. So I guess that's good enough. Cause he used the word. I said my niggas don't dance. We just pull up our pants and do the rock away. And lean back. It's like it's goofy because like where are the rappers saying, yeah, I'm chilling with my spicks. I'm rolling around with my spick. I'm rolling around with my beaners and my wetbacks, and like where are those rappers? Where did they go? Where are they? But Fat Joe, nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, not because I want you, because I got to. He's like, that's my nigga Khaled. That that's just so it's natural to him. It doesn't even like he doesn't even realize the reality or the history or anything of the word. I don't have a problem with it, but I wonder if other people have a problem with it. I wonder that. Do you have a problem with Fat Joe saying nigger in a song? He just received the key to the city of New York City, New York, by the mayor Eric Adams. So he's got dozens of songs, if not, at least maybe 10 to 20, maybe more songs with the word nigger in them. So it just caught me off guard. I was just like, is this real? Like Fat Joe, and he has an honorary doctorate from Lehane University. Lehman, excuse me, Lehman, or is it Lehman? Lehman or Lehman? I have to get my pronunciation correct. But Lehman University, he got that. That was way back in June. And it's in his hometown of the Bronx. So he's getting honorary degrees. He's getting he's getting keys to the city. A lot of people get like this. This is very reminiscent, Cosby had accolades like that. Diddy, as I just mentioned, had accolades like that. Let's hope that nothing crazy happens with Fat Joe. Because like I said, I'm all right with him saying nigger. Nigger, 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 nigger. Let that be known. That is the key to the city for Fat Joe. That's amazing. What does he have? What does he have at White Castle? He has the Fat Joe, Fat Sloppy Joes or something. What are they called? I'm looking up White Castle. Fat Joe. The White Castle Sloppy Joe. It features lean ground beef made with savory onions, tomatoes, and bell peppers for a sweet and tangy flavor. That's the Fat Joe. He was at the White Castle drive-thru for a few moments. That's extraordinary. That's great. Salute to him for that. Salute to him. Salute to Fat Joe. I've always liked Fat Joe. I thought he was like one of the best, you know, under the radar rappers. He's not one of the greatest technical rappers. He's not really a great technical. He's not like Big Pun. Big Pun was a technical, lyrical, very strong rapper. Fat Joe, not so much. I mean, he has some good moments, like I said, on with DJ Khaled, with Brown Paper Bag. I thought he had one of the best verses on that track. It was pretty extraordinary to hear him say that. But not just because I want to, my nigga, because I got to. Like Fat Joe, that's part of his character. Dollar Bill. The more you say that word, it gets your teeth whiter. You got that from Paul Mooney. The late great Paul Mooney said that. I say nigga, 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 nigga every morning. Keeps my teeth white. See? White teeth. Keep my teeth white because I just say it over and over and over because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything anymore. When it used to actually mean something, that's when nobody gave a damn about it. When niggers got hung up first they got shot, then they got set ablaze, and then they got hung up into a tree in the South and other areas of the country, in the Midwest, and probably sometimes we're in the East and the Northeast and the West. So let's not get that confused. From the Reconstruction days of the late 19th century up into the early 20th century and the mid 20th century, it was like common. It was like, nigger, you're not going to live to see tomorrow. And there's nothing that the police or anybody going to do about it, because we are the police. A lot of us are undercover. We're not going to show our faces. And then you're going to die. And that's when nigger should have meant something. Then later on, in the 80s and 90s, people get politically correct. And you want to say African American. And, I mean, between, people of my skin complexion and darker. And I think Latinos, and I think, let me see. There's another one that like has all these Native American. I like to say Indians. I would rather say Indians. But between Indians and Black folk, they have so many names. They start off with Indians. Then they come up with Native Americans. Then they come up with tribal Americans. Then they come up with Native Americans. It just goes on and on and on and on. Just revealing it. And then what was it with Black? First you get nigger, then you get Negro, then you get Black, then you get African American, then you get Black American, and then that's in written word. You capitalize the B in Black. You capitalize the B in Black for Black Americans. But and I guess, like I said, Latinos is two really: Hispanic and Latino, or Latin, or what? But they don't really want it. See, there's a difference with African Americans, if you want to say the name, Negro Americans, Black Americans, whatever the case is. They have to have that kind of distinction because everybody else goes by their tribe or their flag. Puerto Ricans want to be called Puerto Ricans. Mexicans want to be called Mexicans. Hondurans want to be called Hondurans. Venezuela, you know what I'm saying? It goes on and on. They want to wave their flag of corruption and not worry about it. But I say, Fat Joe, say the word nigger. I don't care. I'm not gonna, fault you for it, especially since you let the hater call you a spick right to your face on his radio show. I think that's pretty extraordinary. Because what can he say? Oh, you can't call me spick. Oh, really? And like we hear on you're on the New York, you're on the train system. Puerto Ricans say, yo, my nigga, yo, you heard that scene? You see the game last night? Man, that nigga was crazy, nigga. Like, that's Puerto Rican kids, not Black kids. Puerto Ricans talking that nigga shit. Like, it's cool. Like they're supposed to do something. Like they own the word. Like nobody owns the word. And it has a history. It has a history that's very simple. It was really by slave drivers who mispronounced the word Niger or Niger. They called it nigger. And that was not even like, I don't want to say like it's derogatory. I want to say like they weren't trying to be derogatory. They were just saying like, okay, these are niggers and we have to put them on this ship and let's go. Like they weren't trying to like, they're already, predators, and monsters, but they weren't trying to be monsters. They just happened to be that way. But then it grew up to say Negroes, and it's like, oh, okay, Negroes, which is a variant of nigger, means black, like noir means black or dark. So you have to give the idea of being black to be, that has a special resonance. Like I said, I try to, talk about my teacher, this teacher that was editing my writings, and I was putting the B in the black. I was putting everywhere. Every word was capitalized. White was capitalized. I've noticed that in articles. They capitalize black, but they don't capitalize white. I'm like, what is that? What are we doing here? One is over the other. Because of the history and because of all that, wokeism. But like I've said in previous posts, I said woke should be for the good. It shouldn't be ill. It should be for the good. It's been bastardized and claimed by the wrong people, the critical race theory people. Woke should just be aware, conscious. You're not asleep. I mean, you have to go to sleep sometime, during your life, your lifetime, obviously, but that doesn't mean that you will forever be asleep. You will forever be, unconscious. So I use woke in the proper sense. I use it in the sense that Ayn Rand would have used woke. Use your mind, use your thoughts, use your reason, use your brain. That's what she would have said about woke. I think not the backward critical race theory that they use nowadays, but that's the way I see it. It's very difficult to try to break down all the years and all the different slangs and different murders and homicides and killings and everything that has gone on, rapes and everything that has occurred. We have to think about slavery. We have to think about the institution of slavery. We have to think about the reality of slaves. We have to think about the truth of it all. We have to think about that. That's a fact. One moment. Let me check something. Hold on. I got a little business, to handle. I just got a little bit of handle something. Bear with me. Thank you for your patience. All right, now all is well with the world. All right, so that's what it is. That is the reality of it all. Goes back to the slavery days. I have to take y'all back because people want to say, "Oh, that was then. This is now." This is now because of then. If we weren't in then, we wouldn't have the same now. That's facts. That's reality. That's the truth. So Fat Joe getting all these accolades, getting doctorates from Lehman College, I think it is, getting the keys to the city of New York by Mayor Eric Adams. All that's good. I think I applaud him. Excellent, great. Because he's trying to make, in his mind, he's trying to make a difference in the world. He's trying to make, it better for everybody, not just Hispanics, not just, Puerto Ricans, not just people from the Bronx. He's trying to make it better for everybody. And like I said, he's not the best rapper. He's got like 2 or 3 really strong bars, I think, in his whole catalog. But I do recommend, that you listen to the words he says, because he evolves over time, and he has those moments where he has like Lean Back, and he has Make It Rain, and he has All the Way Up. Like that's extraordinary. He's like the hit maker. He's like a reluctant hit maker. He won't have a song out for 2 years, then he'll drop a song, and it's like the craziest song ever. Is all is all the way up. Like he gets very good ratings and good and good money from saying things like the word nigger. Like he's known for that. He is fully Puerto Rican, all the way through and through. I think. I don't think he's mixed with anything. He's completely Puerto Rican, but he shows himself to be, somebody that is quote unquote down. You're down with the black race. You're all right. You're cool. You're good. No, he's good. He can say, but this is where it gets goofy. Eminem, he already said it on a record, not an official studio record, but it was a recording where he clearly says nigger about losing, his black girlfriend, I think it was at the time. This is like 2005, 2006. This is going back. It's going back almost 20 years. But he said it on the record. But this is what's goofy to me. I'm sure Eminem has been on a record where they say the word nigger. So you can be adjacent to, but you can't say the word nigger if you're white. It makes zero sense. I don't know. There's no counsel. There's no parameters. There's no, respect for the control of the what could have been a culture, which is now just a genre of music. It just gnaws at me because it's just so weird. Eminem should be able to say nigga, 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 nigga till he's blue in the face and sell a diamond album. Like, and not think anything of it. Yeah, I said nigga, and what? So what? Yeah, what you gonna do about it? Yeah, that's his attitude. But he trolls everybody else. Why not troll the whole black race? He actually has trolled the black race. He says, I take rap music and so selfishly and use it to make myself wealthy. Hey, there's a concept that works. Like he trolled the black audience right there. All he has to do is say the N word. That's the worst thing. That is my, like, I just cringe and I just like grimace when I hear people say the N word. The N word. Just say the word. Like Louis C.K. had the greatest point. It's a shame what happened to his career, and it's weird, but I'm not going to cry over a white man, but it's a shame what happened to him because he had a good point. He said, people that say the N word are really just saying nigger, and because you think a concept goes in your head. Well, what word? There's thousands of words that begin with N. What is November? Napkin? Nothing? Naughty? Like, what N word are we talking about? Oh, nigger. Oh, okay. So nigger is what you want to say. So why don't you say it? Just say nigger. You're not the people that really say it, and mean it in a derogatory fashion are not the ones that really have serious power. They may be a local councilman or someone like that, and maybe in the South, or maybe this is probably going back to the 70s and 80s or 60s, but no one takes them seriously. The way you take people seriously is if you be honest, and being honest means to say the word nigger, not to say the N word. When you say the N word, you're crowding the person, their mind with what they're saying. Just like I think I made a story about it before. The N word and the pill. We know, everybody knows what the pill is. If you're like 10 to 15 and up, I think you know what the pill is. You know exactly what we're talking about. What is the pill? Don't answer so quickly. Don't don't speak at once. But we know what the pill is. The pill is for abortion, or not abortion. Well, technically abortion. It's to prevent pregnancy. That's what we know. The pill. There's thousands of pills, but we know the pill. It's goofy, right? It's weird. Am I the only one? Am I lonely? Live chat. Am I the only one that thinks like that? Am I in my own position? Somebody in the live chat, let me know. I see T. Davis is in here. Facts. Salute to you, T. Davis. I expect my my donation soon. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You know how it goes. But yeah, so Fat Joe, keys to the city, honorary doctorate, visits with the President of the United States of America, and he still looks Fat Joe. I mean, I think he's losing weight. I think he's he can't. He'd have to change his name. Let's see. What's skinny in Spanish? Flacco. So his name is Flacco. He could be Joe Flacco, but then he'd be like the quarterback. Joe, wasn't his name Joe Flacco? But it's one C, so it's not two C's. I think he has two C's in his name. But yeah, he can just change his name to Joe Flacco or Flacco Joe. I guess I think Joe Flacco sounds better than Flacco Joe. But yeah, I think he's losing weight because he was a lot bigger. He wasn't as big as Pun. Pun was pretty huge, and he wasn't like that all the time. He was kind of like my build, and I'm kind of heavy. I'm kind of stocky, So haven't always been this way. I've been skinny most of my life. Skinny nigga. But yeah, so he had he's got deals with restaurants. He's got to deal with the White Castle, the Sloppy Joes. He's got philanthropy going. He's got the decorative doctorate. All these words are coming to my head. They're not the right words. God damn it. Honorary. God damn. The honorary doctorate. And he got the key to the New York City. He can't mess this up. He can't mess it. I mean, what would they say? What are people petitioning? Who out there is petitioning? Are black people mad? Are they angry? Were they angry when he got his doctorate? Were they angry with the key to the city? Oh no, he says nigger. Or is it like, oh, he gets a pass. He's brown. We're black. That's all right. He's from New York. He's a New Yorican. He speaks New Yorican. He's all right. He's like one of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. So it's all good. Everything is peachy. Everything is peachy keen. But he just a very, very few people can say nigger. Black people in a rap song. Eminem can't say nigger. Paul Wall can't say nigger. MGK can't say nigger. They can be on songs with niggers who say nigger. That's fine. But they can't say it. I mean, they can, but they'll get backlash and, oh my God, how could he say this? And this is just terrible and bullshit. Complete bullshit. That's all it is. Because otherwise, we have this word that is so seriously and deeply rooted in this country, and it should not be banished or ignored. It is in the fiber. It is in our mental and physical fiber. that this word nigger should be, you know, elevated to a point of what someone would call artistry. So Fat Joe, continue on. I salute you, sir. You're doing good work, and keep that key. Keep that key, because it can get rescinded. Diddy's did, so be careful out there. All right, I have to self-promote. This is my only self-promotion I get this week. I've been writing a screenplay this whole week, and stick around now for this little bit of commercial, or maybe big amount of a commercial for Vessel Control Part 2. I made my own echo, I know. Read this story on vocal.media. I'm going to make sure I include that the next time I have a story, and I put that in the head. But mostly people are just going to click. They just go by clicks and taps. It's not even, because even if I had the idea for putting vocal.media on the advertisement, or the banner, it's not like you can click it and you'll go straight there. That would be awesome. Maybe one day we'll get there, but we've not yet had that opportunity. Like I said, it could be possible right now, but I don't know about the opportunity. So what is Vessel Control Part 2 about? It picks up, some, maybe a few decades, like maybe 5 to 10 years later after Vessel Control. About 5 years, maybe, is about close to the amount. It champions a great man named Rear Admiral Rodney Carr, and he is commander. He is the top brass on the ship, the Diamond Cutter, and he has his second in command, a woman, Melita Vereen, who is a captain of the ship, and she and she have a rapport that's very close, and it's like they can call each other by first names. That's how close they are. Even though he outranks her, she's able to call him by a close name, because it's a close ranking. She's like 2 ranks off him. He would be a major general in the Space Force, to give you an example. He would be a major general in the Army, Air Force, and Marine Corps, and I just gave it a naval distinction, so I gave him a Rear Admiral distinction, 2 stars. So I think that if you delve into this story and you get a great shock from it, you get a great high from it. That's what my whole purpose and my whole point is to do. I want to have something of substance, something a quick bite, but it was a very substantial bite, a very hearty bite, a very engaging bite into this story. It's very short. It's only about 1,200 words, but I hope you can understand it and really get deep into what the message is, because it's something that I always thought about, but I haven't really seen it. I always thought about people that are depressed, people that are lonely, people that are have made the wrong decision, or their fortune's been cast away. But this is a celebration. He has 35 years of service. He is great. He has made it. He goes to the ceremony, and he has a standing ovation, and he has to tell them to sit down, and he gets his favorite meal. I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to allow you to discover what he eats. Okay, we got Richard Pirano. Salute, Richard Pirano. Definitely a supporter. Definitely somebody that, you know, I got introduced to because of Mr. Rick James. So I appreciate Richard Pirano. I'm gonna just call him Richie. It's my brother's name. I'm gonna check out your story, sir. Thank you, thank you. Make you know it's right there on the top chat. It's in the it says read the hottest story. It's also in the top part of the chat. So I appreciate that, sir. And when you read it, if you find merit in it, make sure you share it. So if you find merit, share it. Let other people know. Let the whole internet know about it. Let it be known. I appreciate that. So thank you. It is my pleasure. It is a pleasure to know and to show this story, to give it its just due, give it its heft, give it its might, give it its words. Will do, sir. Yes, the Vulcan. That's what had him in my mind too. I was like, this is kind of like Star Trek, not like Star Wars. Star Wars is like, for me, I like Star Trek more than I like Star Wars. I'm a Trekkie more than a Star Warrior. I don't know about y'all, but I like Star Trek. I mean, I'm not like a super fan or something like that. I don't know all the episodes, but a girlfriend of mine jailbroke an iPhone for me. I still have the episodes from the jailbreak that she did and put it on Star Trek. So I appreciate it for that. Keith, how can I find the story? Look at the top of the chat. Look at the top chat. You'll see my name, Skyler Saunders, and it starts to say read the hottest. Pinned at the top of the chat. Herman, yeah. It's pinned at the top of the chat. But salute to you, Keith. Oh my God, wait a minute. Hold on. It's 8:37 in the morning. What are you enjoying? A cup of coffee? You enjoying a cup of coffee there, sir? What you doing? You having some sake early in the morning? I have to remember that it's pronounced sake, not sake. Yeah. So enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the show. It was one respondent, somebody that responded to the story. Yeah, coffee, sake later. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, there is a shock. I'm just gonna say there's a shock, and some people might find it surprising and a shock. Some people may find it a shock but not surprising. You have to understand that. But one of my readers says she literally gasped. She said, when whatever takes place that happens, then it goes to a different level. Goes to a different space. So I would definitely encourage you to be on the lookout for the shock, because it kind of builds into it. You kind of like have little pieces of information, some details, and you're like, well, what's happened? What's going on here? You're not exactly sure. And there's still dialogue, there's still a conversation going on. And it just shows the significance of all the details prior to what happens in that shocking moment. Everything sort of culminates into a singular ideal, and you understand. You're like, wow, and I had to cut some scenes because I'm very careful, because the challenge says that at the end. So I want to make sure it definitely was at the end that somebody went overboard in the ship. So you have to understand what's going to happen with how somebody can go overboard on a spacecraft. How can that happen? Are they tethered? Are they what are they? What happens? Does that happen in this story? You got to read to find out. One of my favorite authors that I've never read any of his books. Ironically, I never read any of his books. Harlan Ellison. I just like his demeanor and his his way of looking at the world. He died, but when he was alive, he had a very cantankerous and grumpy disposition, but only for stupid people, like only for ignorance, or just and he's kind of like the guy that would be like, oh, you moron, give me that homework right there, let me show you how to do it. Like, that's the kind of like demeanor that he showed. He was like, I'm going to show you how to do this algebraic expression. Like, I'm gonna, you numbnuts, you idiot. Why don't you do it? But I'm going to teach you. Like, he had that kind of sensibility, and that's what I want to try to have for the main character with Rear Admiral Rodney Carr. I think it didn't for some reason, I don't know. For me, I don't really. It could be one thing. I've been awarded, bronze and 2 silver. Bronze was $250. Silver was both $500. So I had $1,250 plus reads plus tips. So I have like $1,800 from a site, and I've never paid taxes to them. So beautiful. Just like on this site on YouTube, I've had contributors, and they total to be, I think, close to $1,300 or something like that. Add it all up, what's that? 1,300 plus 1,800. What's that? $3,100. Not bad. Not bad for a kid who said, I'll never do a challenge. I'll never win. I haven't won. I've placed. But I'm going to try to keep doing these challenges until I do win. And win means gold. If you don't get gold, you're not a winner. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody's remember. Who said that? 1, what does it take to be number 1? Because 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. Who said that? I'm looking for you, Keith. Go on Google's and look it up. I'm looking for you, Richie, or Mr. Pirano. Yeah, so it's definitely close to my mind. I don't like to say heart. There's Keith. He switched again. Skyler, glad to see you still doing your stories on Vocal Media. Yeah, still doing them. Still trying to get gold. That's all my whole purpose is. So that's my whole modus operandi. That's what I intend to do. I want to get gold. I want to get first place. I have a lot of competition now. I tried to do a few challenges. I never even got runners up. I was never even one of the runners up. So that's how stiff the competition is. And I really think I have, gave something that was like not too much detail, just, some sketches, just to give you an idea, a frame of mind of what's going to happen. And you kind of figure out what he's going to do, but you're not sure exactly how it's going to happen. So you continue to read, and you continue to read on and on and on and see what exactly goes down. That's the kind of story I want to do. And I'm glad they do it, because they do I don't know. I do know. They get suggestions from various writers, and sometimes the vocal team just comes up with something. But they got new stuff. They got a thing called exclusive stories with serialized fiction. I'm rubbing my hands together because I'm seeing what this is. Because they said, the pledge thing, didn't really work out that well. I didn't think it would either. When I first, I'm like, I'm not pledging to read something I can read for free. What is that? Come on now. But that's the beauty of vocal. You get to read the stories for free, and the author gets paid. Gets the reads, which translate into money. That's the beauty of the site. That's the wonder and amazement of this particular website. That's what I enjoy most. I think that this is my finest work to date. Everybody says that. Your latest yo, this is my best joint ever, son. This is my greatest work I ever did, man. You gotta have this. Everybody says that, but I think this is my greatest work. It really is. That I've published. I have multiple stories I haven't published yet. But this is the greatest story I've ever published. Oh, Keith asked Skyler, how long have you been on Vocal Media? It's actually, I say Vocal Dot Media because I don't think I think it's just, I think they say it's Vocal Dot Media or just Vocal because they just have Vocal. They don't really, they say Vocal Dot Media, but then they say Vocal. But I understand what you're saying. Anyway, since 2017, going on a decade. In 3 years, it'll be a full decade. That's how fast time just flies and flies and flies. Been on there for 7 years. 7 years. 7 years. I'm having a ball with them because I like the fact that they're not Medium. Everybody's like, "Oh, are you on Medium?" No, I'm not on Medium. And they're okay. They're cool. They paid me. But then I was like, I'm good. I'm not really getting that much money from y'all. Because, like I said, Vocals got tips. They got reads. They had the pledge. I've never had any experience with the pledge because nobody ever pledged to me. But they got, subscribers now. They got, it's not really money, but they got the tips and the earnings from reads and challenges. So it's a very, lucrative kind of website. So I suggest to anyone and everyone that we completely understand the difference between the sites and what they hold. Because this challenge is just, they continue. They got another challenge. I'm not going to be pushing that until the end of this challenge, but they got another one talking about the origin stories to a superhero. I already have a story ready for that. That's is in the barrel, ready to be fired. But I'm waiting for this story the storm of this story to die down. For it to, the clouds to pass and see the sun come out and put in another storm and have that that storm be in effect. It's very powerful. Literature, stories that have been told for tens of thousands of years. That is a fact. Stories, just spoken or sung or scribed on a wall. Stories. Our movies, Hollywood. Hollywood is like the womb of the United States of America. It comes out with ideas. It comes out with, Hollywood is like the womb of the entire United States of America. It's not necessary for living, but you get great enjoyment from it, and it gives birth to ideas. That's one of the best things. And I guess encompassing that are, novels and short stories and plays and stuff like that. So you can count, Broadway as another example. But yeah, so that's like what I always treasure, what I always try to model my stories on is actual movies. I actually try to make them visual. You can see what I'm saying through just a few words. It's very cinematic, has a lot of imagery involved. Wizard, like and subscribe, everybody. Exactly. Salute. Salute the Wizard. 7 likes, 2 people viewing that I can see. Might be different for y'all. Sometimes stories can transcend into plays or movies. Exactly. And in the reverse. Some movies and novels and plays can go into plays and novels can go into movies. Stories can go into movies can go into plays and musicals. That's true. What has he done for hip hop and the black community? I don't really care what. I can go back because you got a wrench, Wizard, and you pay attention. I think you're talking about Fat Joe. Does Fat Joe deserve that key? I say he does. I say he does deserve it. And I'm not trying to be, a pick-a-knee, or or draw to his jock strap, but I have to give him respect for, at least having the dignity of saying that he, I think Mr. Troy Star Terrain said it best. He had a scenario. He was like, if there's somebody that said, whoever came in with a knife or a gun or something like that, and said, whoever the nigger is, that's who I'm going to kill. And he was like, I think Fat Joe was like, he pointed to himself. He said it would be me. So, so Mr. Troy Star Train was like, oh, okay, I got you. Like, all right. Good Black American example, Tyler Perry. He did go broke like Hammer with the large entourage. I didn't know that. When did he go broke? I didn't know he went broke. If you're talking about Fat Joe, I didn't know he went broke. But here goes Keith talking, with the emojis. Thought I got rid of those goddamn things. I'm doing a poll right now, a Q&A, rather. Give me a moment. Just give me a second. I'm trying to type. But today is also Thursday for Keith. Hold on. I'm gonna end the Q&A. I just thought I would get cute. All right, so we have to really come to grips with storytelling. I mean, and it's like, it's almost cliche. You start from nothing. Start from the bottom. You start from just doing the lowest of the low, and you're on the bottom of the totem pole, and you work your way up, and you become anything. I mean, virtually everyone you can think of, has got either nominated or has an award in the industry of Hollywood and the industry of books and novels and plays. Just think about anybody, and they probably won or were nominated for it. That's what's so beautiful, because all you have to do is put in that time, put in the work, put in your effort, And that's what I do with my story. Vessel Control Part 2 is an extension of that. So I encourage you, I implore you, I'm begging you. Not only begging you for dollars, because that's what I do on the regular, but read the story and share it if you find merit. If in it you find merit. That's all I ask. If you just take the time to read it and you say, wow, this is substantial, I have to share it. Ayn Rand. That's my number one favorite author. She's one of my favorite. She's my favorite novelist. My favorite playwright is August Wilson. My favorite director, my favorite screenwriter is Aaron Sorkin. My favorite director is Wes Anderson. Did you see Dame selling his chain for $10? Yes, I saw him. That's something I might get. I might do that tomorrow. It's kind of like it'll be an old story, but he was saying like, you can get my Rockefeller chain. You can get this. I sweeten the deal. He said, I sweeten the deal. I throw in the Rockefeller chain. George, what about George Lucas? What's up? What's up with George Lucas, Keith? Like I said, I'm not a Star Warrior. I'm more of a Steve favorite director. Not George Lucas, not Steve Spielberg. Definitely Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson all the way. He has my favorite movie, Rushmore. My favorite director of all time. Quirky, absurd, off the wall, oddball, but very poignant, very, understanding, very comprehensive stories that he tells. And I like the fact that he's written and directed and produced, I think, every one of his movies. Let me make 100% sure. Pretty sure. So he was an executive producer for Rushmore. And he wasn't a producer on Body Rocket. But every other movie besides that, he has written, directed, and produced. So that's the kind of thing I want to do with my life. I'm going to write, direct, and produce. What's your favorite sci-fi movie? My favorite sci-fi movie is Gattaca. Love that movie. Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman. There's Alan Arkin. There's Gore Vidal for no reason at all, but it's still a great movie. Great blend of romance, science fiction, great music, great art design. It's just a great movie, great story. It's just excellent all the way around. Favorite blaxploitation movie? I don't like the movie that it's based on, but the movie called Badass by Mario Van Peebles in honor of his father. That's a great movie. I like that movie. Badass. You should read it. Read it. You should see it sometime. But yeah, Badass. But that's based off of the first that some people would say blaxploitation film, Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. If you can find that, cheers to you, because I don't think that's available in libraries. I don't think it's available on TV. I don't think it's on movies. You got that's like underground. You have to dig deep for that. It's in some corner, old video store in Paris or something like that. So I definitely enjoy those works. They definitely empower me, and I embody them as much as I can. I'm just fortunate that I'm living a life where I can write all day. I don't have to go to a 9 to 5, as like people say. I don't have a job, a just over broke. You know, I used to. I've worked jobs. I was a cashier. I was a sales associate. I was a garbage man. I was a dishwasher. I was a lot of things. I was in different ways. Coolie High. What about Coolie High? I think it's a decent movie, and I think there's a remake of it. But yeah, Coolie High was cool. And it definitely has the famous song, "Yesterday," or it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, or something like that. What is that? One of your favorites, Keith? Coolie High? Yeah, so stories, they are essential no matter what. There's no guessing. Okay, yeah, he says emphatically, yes, all capital letters. But yeah, so stories are life. They are living. They are breathing. That's why when you refer to stories, you refer to them in the first person, or excuse me, you refer to them in the present tense. You say, you know, Rear Admiral Rodney Carr takes his place as the highest ranking officer on the ship, or something like that. You know, you speak in the present tense. The Last Dragon, classic soundtrack. Coolie High, is that what you're talking about? Salute. Make sure you read my story. The Last Dragon. It's at the top. Look at the top of the chat. It says read the hottest. Dot dot dot. Ice Cube Friday. Okay. Are you saying for what? What are you saying? Are you saying he was the best actor in that movie, or just saying that movie? But I think F. Gary Gray directed it, and Ice Cube wrote it. That's what I think the case was. Hey, Skyler, happy that you are able to do something you love with no worries. Thank you, Last Dragon. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. It's true. I have no, I have no commitments other than the write, and I'm making a movie. Hint, hint, hint. I wrote a screenplay. Just finished wrapping up the screenplay. I have to edit it, but I'm gonna shoot a movie. Good movie script and good movie. Yes, Friday is one of the best movies ever made. It is a classic, and it's so simple. And there's so many parts that are funny, like, and just hilarious and famous. And every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Every time just little funny stuff like that. Eating up all my cornflakes. Eating up all my. I don't even think he said cornflakes. You know what I mean? Like, and then bye Felicia, of course. And damn, and like just so many different. What's up, big? What's up, big perm? I mean, big worm. Like just great comedic timing. That's one of the best comedic performances by Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, the late great John Witherspoon. Just a whole list of other people. It's just a great movie overall. It made decent money, made good money. Like it was made for like 2 million or 3 million or something like that. It took in like 25 or 30 million. So then they were able to say, like, hey, we can make some sequels. Sequels weren't that good, that classic. They had some part, like Cat Williams' character was funny, and I think it was Friday After Next or Next Friday, one of them. And I just thought he was pretty good. I agree, American classic. Yes, definitely American classic, without a doubt. Funny as hell. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nowhere to go. Nigga, I'm going to get you high. Like, it was just so great. It was great. American classic film, yes. Very much so, Keith. Very much so. Hey, but I can't stay too long. I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching the DNC, and we can talk about that some other day. Skyler, before you go, can I speak my last piece? Yes, you may, Keith. Yes, you may. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Not gonna sing for y'all. Yeah, go to Vessel Control Part 2. And if you like, go to Vessel Control, the original. But Vessel Control Part 2 is what I'm promoting right now because I need the reads in order to translate and to say, hey, this got the most reads. This must be very significant. This must be important. Your take on the N-word was very interesting but good. Thank you. That's just the truth to me. It's just reality. It's just facts. But thank you. So, the story about the N-word is very. I see. This the irony. I have used it. I think somewhere, somehow, some way, but I don't. Usually use it. I don't really employ it in my stories or anything like that. I try not. I don't need to. It doesn't seem like in the nigger. That'll be perfect right here. Oh, I gotta stick in nigger. Yeah, let me make sure I write it in that. I don't think of it like that. I don't think of it like that. I just know that the history of the and what you just did, take on the N word, like you didn't even say nigger. I don't think you can. You know what? Good point. I don't think you can say it in the live chat. So your comment would have been redacted, but I just think it's cute. I think it's cute because the pill and the N word. We know exactly what we're talking about. We don't say the pill. Oh well, are you talking about Advil? Are you talking about aspirin? Are you talking about Zyprexa? Are you talking about what kind of pill are you talking about? I don't know. Oh, we all know what we're talking about with the pill, the morning after pill, but it's shortened to just the pill, and we know exactly what we mean. So that's the same thing with the word nigger. The N word. Oh, ooh. What N word? November? Nutcracker? Niacin? Like, you don't know what that means, then, kick rocks. Get out of here. You bother me, kid. So that's that. If anybody doesn't have anything else to say, I'm going to be, speeding off into the sunset. And I appreciate everybody that came in here. I can't name everybody, but I do appreciate everybody that came in. Actually, I think I can name everybody. On my phone, I wouldn't be able to. I'd like to thank Dollar Bill T. Davis. Let me see. Richard Pirano, Keith, Wizard, and the Last Dragon. Thank you all. He says enjoy your evening. He knows what time it is. It's just the opposite, really. It's almost exactly 12 hours away. 12 hours time difference. Almost 12 hours time difference. But I appreciate you all. I thank you. I shall see you sometime tomorrow. Take care.